So now we have studied all these points which make us a developing economy. What points? Let us summarize them once again. There has been a rise in national income. National income has improved over the period of time. There has been a rise in per capita income. As the national income has improved, the per capita income has also improved. There has been a change in occupational distribution. I told you the workforce earlier was working there are three sectors: primary sector, secondary sector, tertiary sector. Earlier, more people were working in the primary sector and less people were working in the secondary and tertiary sector. But now, there has been a shift. Still, large number of population, 50% of the population is still working in the agriculture sector, but the composition of the secondary and tertiary sector has also changed and improved. Change in distribution of domestic product, this is most important. The occupational distribution has changed, and similarly their contribution to the GDP has also changed. Earlier, agriculture, which employed 72% of the population, was contributing 53% in the GDP, and now the workforce that is employed is 49% and its contribution has come down to 14%. On the other hand, the service sector, which was only 17%, has now 17% of the workforce was there. It was contributing only say 11-12%, 30%, and now their workforce has increased from 17% to 27%, but their contribution in GDP has doubled. From 30% it has gone up to 60%. So there has been a change in distribution of domestic product. Growing capital base, the industry, more and more industries have been established, so the capital base of the country has also improved. There have been an improvement in social overhead capital, the basic infrastructure of our country in the terms of railways, road, hospitals, education, and all that has also improved. And there has been a development in banking and financial sector. Their services has also increased. They are available in every nook and corner of the country. Easily available credit facilities, and the banks had been nationalized so that these facilities can be attained. So, after studying about underdeveloped economy, that why we were called as underdeveloped economy and why we are called now as a developing economy, we can conclude that India is still not a very strong economy, but we are definitely on the path of success and we are on the road of development.